You.
What up, boss? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, cool.
You.
We fool around with this playback. What up, boss? Can you hear me?
Yo, they can see us, dog.
All right, cool. Boom. All right.
Hey.
To it. Boom.
You hear me? I hear me. They can see us, bro.
A word so we can see. All right. So I was trying to see what was going on. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can get myself situated, man. You caught me off guard in the street.
I know this is an impromptu last minute spur of the moment. Man.
Yeah, you know how it be easy in the streets.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So hold on, you look at this. Mm. 39 people watching. Who was that? Who's Carla Hammond?
I'm not quite sure, bro. I'm not quite sure.
Your moderator, dog. Hello, Carla. How you doing, y'all? I need to come over to Dean page more often.
Hey,
What
man,
am I doing?
listen, man, you should definitely come over to the page a lot more often, man.
I need to do that. We get lotioned up. You got the biddies in here.
Yeah, you got to get some lotion up.
Back though. Sound right. Oh, Daisy.
My bad, man. I know this is impromptu, off the cuff. Me and you have been talking a lot on the back end, so we're letting everybody get in here. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring everyone's chat up in the building so we can. I got everyone's chat up in the building. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Carla, am I ashy, Carla? Let me know if I'm ashy and all that. Thanks, sweetheart.
So let's see how we doing, how we looking with everything.
Let me blast it to the gram at Trucker Brown.
Yeah, go ahead and blast it to the gram, bro. Go ahead and blast it to the gram. What's going on, everybody? I know long time no see, man. I am coming out of retirement. Y'all see the title? The name of the title is YouTube Beef. I was gonna tag a lot of people's names in the title of the video, you dig, but I decided not to do that. And this is just a quick impromptu. I'm just coming out of retirement to make some content for you guys. Let me see how we looking today. Let's see who's all in the building. All right, we got Mario Caldwell is in the building. We got Timothy Hall is in the building. What's going on? We got Emmanuel is in the building. What's up, Eman? James Bowen is in the building. Hey, James, Still Hogging TV. Ghost is in the building. What's going on, Ghost? I saw you was on Loshan's channel. I was about to chat, but I didn't get a chance to do it. Hey, we got Vanessa is in the building. Hey, Vanessa, how are you doing? Kurt is in the building. Hey, Kurt, how are you doing? Wanda is in the building. Hey, Wanda, how are you doing? What's up? So let's do a temperature check while we let TB do his thing. And I'm trying to see, like, it's been a minute since I've done live like this. So we just gonna see what it is. Do his thing. Okay, it's good. You're sounding pretty good. We're looking pretty good. There we go. Like hold on for a second, guys. So give me a moment. See what it is. Do his thing. Oh, there we go. So we good. Sound good. We looking good. We Gucci. So if you guys are watching for the first time and you don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. My name is E.DeanCole, and I own DeanCole Financial. It's a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. That's who I am. That's what I do. And so that is, boom, let's get this up here. Bam, let's see. There we go. Let's get this together. Boom, there we go. E.DeanCole. There you are. So if you're watching for the first time and you don't know who I am, that is who I am. So if you're watching for the first time, I want you to say first time. If you are a client and you are enrolled into one of the courses that I take, I want you to say client. If you are a client of mine and I've consulted with you, I want you to say client and consultant. Or if you're just a subscriber, I want you to say family. Let's do a temperature check and see who is all in the building. This is just an impromptu. I didn't plan nothing. I got my t-shirt on. You dig?
I ain't never seen you in a
I know
t-shirt,
you
dog.
never
That's new.
right? You know what I mean? You never really seen me in a t-shirt before. This is an impromptu live, man. I just wanted to knock off the dust, man. I wanted to knock off the dust and I wanted to puff on one of my cigars. And you and I was talking earlier about some stupid YouTube beef. Actually, we was gonna go live before over Instagram, a quote unquote Instagram beef. Just jumping on and just really trying out the new technology and everything because we got some updates, some upgrades. So let's go ahead and see who is all in the building. Let's see how many people watching for the first time. All right, Charlotte is in the building. How are you doing, Charlotte? Highway 78 is in the building. Let's see what's going on. Let's see who is all in the building. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. We got a lot of clients in the building. Let me shout out the clients. All right, so we got the army of Vic Damone.
Hey, how much TV can you take on here, man? Like, how I'm supposed to act? Give me
We can get all the way live. We can get all the way live, man. We get all the way.
You know how I get, dog, and I don't want to mess up your clients and all that. So you need to let me know, like, hey, TV, take it down.
It's all right. Listen, we here. You know what I'm saying? We here. So we got Vic is in the building. It's first time. Let's see. We got Timothy Hall as a client. We got Win is in the building. That's a client. Hey, Win. We got Phoebe. That's a client. Wanda is family. Hey, we got Carlton is family. Stardonis is family. Hey, we got Vanessa is a client. Hey, Vanessa. We have Brandy. Brandy S. Williams, who is a phenomenal tax professional. She is a family client and consultant. We had a lot of one-on-ones. Brandy S. Yeah, Brandy. She is definitely a great go-getter. She's actually in Texas as well. I think she's out there close to where you are. We got Garnell Wrighton is in the building. What's going on, Garnell? How you feeling, my man? Who's family and a client. Darnell Oliver's in the building as client. We got a lot of people in the building, a lot of family that's in the building, a lot of clients that's in the building. What's going on, Low Country's family? How you doing? What's going on, everybody? We got You Funny, bro. What's up, Dean? What's up,
That's my boy Jay. That's my boy Jay, man.
Hey, what's going on, Jay? How you feeling, my man? All right. You said I'm better than cable. Army of Vic Damone says I'm better than cable. I appreciate that. We got let's see who else is in the building. First time is Chino. What's going on, Chino? Is that Chino? Is that China Doll? Oh, that's China Doll. China Doll 8684. How you doing, China Doll? Interesting name. I like that. Let's see who else is the first time in the building. Still Hogging his family. What's going on, Ghost? Ghost, you were more than family, man. We done consulted on real estate deals. We you know what I'm saying? We done had some cigars together, you dig? We done did a whole bunch of stuff together, Ghost. You know what I'm saying? We actually need to collab again, man, on some stuff. How's everybody doing tonight? So, TB, let's talk about
sir.
It's been a lot of YouTube beef that's been going on lately, man. What's going on with all the YouTube beef, man?
Listen, what I always tell you, you got to do better. You got to do better. That's what I like to do. That's what I like to give out.
You got to do better.
And a certain set or a section of people, they don't like to see. They don't like to see, black men being positive. They don't like that, and it's a fact though, because they're not under none of the rappers saying they doing this. They only under law-abiding citizens who pay taxes, tearing them down. It's incidents where they're calling some YouTubers that we know, calling their companies, trying to tear down their business. They're talking about saying you a scam, and what they're doing is they're just trying to attack us economically, and I just think it's wrong. So I spoke up on it. And they, to me personally, I feel like since speaking up on it, people are going to try to say that, I was wrong in some way, because our people.
Yeah, I do.
You got the people who gonna speak, and you got the people who gonna be like, "Oh, you better not say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just not one of those people.
The ones that's fetching, pitching and fetching. What they call it? A stepping and fetching. The ones that stepping and fetching.
You know who it, you know what it is.
I got you.
And I just don't agree with it. And I spoke on it that if you know, I just spoke on it. You know what I mean? Spoke how I felt. I wasn't malicious. You know, I didn't you know, attack people's families as they do. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't threaten them. I just spoke on the fact that you are actively attacking Black business people, truckers.
Yeah.
And I think that it's wrong, man. And I got to speak how I feel. You know what I mean? And you know me, I always do that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know where I'm coming from because they don't understand the history of that happening to Black entrepreneurs in this country.
Yeah.
They think that, oh, well, you're just pulling the race card. No, there is a history.
Yes.
Of every time something gets going or gets going good, that it gets tore down, shot down, FBI infiltrated, blew up. The only terrorist attack in Black Tulsa where they were actually dropping bombs from planes on sovereign Americans. Like, this is a history of this. And when I see it on here, I like to speak on it. Now, one thing that I'm gonna let you get your cigar and do the rich cat thing real quick. But one thing that I like to have someone like you be around about is, how does someone protect themselves and how can you, because, you know, when we speak, it's shut down as you're pulling a race card. That's a tactic. You talk about how that's a tactic, you know.
So for all of you guys that are watching, if you guys know what he's talking about, I want you to say seen it. If you don't know what TV is talking about, I want you to say don't know. We're going to do a temperature check. And I want everybody to hit that like button right now and everybody hit that share button. I want you to share this right now, hit that like button. Let's see how we're looking on our analytics. I didn't really pay attention to the analytics, but we're about to get into this right now. I don't even know how can I look at this, at the analytics on this. Give me a second, guys.
You got 74 people in here.
All right, yeah, we got 74 people watching live. Let's get 74 thumbs up right now. All right, there we go. We see it. So if you know what TV is talking about, I want you to say I know, or seen it. If you don't know, then I want you to say don't know. So,
and you tell me, am I being overly sensitive about it?
No, you're not. See, this is the thing about it, right? So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about this economically, and I'm going to talk about it psychologically, and I'm going to talk about it socially. All right. So I'm going to break it all the way down. Now, I know you said you only got an hour, but first let me get into it on the economic level. Like you said, when you are trying to make something of yourself. So this is the issue. So I'm going to call a spade a spade. You know, you raw and you real, I'm raw and I'm real too. We're talking about William Bill Will Kenley, AKA, what's his name? Little boy, little guy. What's his name? Little dog, little guy, Little dog, right? So he had the nerve, the audacity, and unmitigated gall to try to troll myself, as well as try to troll TB, and as well as he tried to call the company that Loshan has his fleet of trucks connected to, and tried to get his contract terminated and fired. Am I right about it, huh?
That's what I've seen, and that's what that's what you know, he admitted to and was bragging about that he did. Like
he was boastful about it, right? So what happens is this. So what people don't understand is when someone has trauma in their life, and most African Americans, let me talk about it psychologically, we have what's called PST, post-traumatic stress disorder, or different things like that. Some people call it post-traumatic slave disorder, or whatever you want to call it. But the fact of the matter is, historically, the dominant society has always tries to keep their finger on the lesser society. So so when it comes to sabotaging individuals' businesses, so this is what I'm saying, right? So if I do the behavior of a gang member, is it likely to say that I'm a gang member or that I'm affiliated? So if I'm in an area of California and everyone's wearing blue, and I have on a flag, a blue flag, and I'm twisting up my fingers and I'm dancing like they're dancing, and my friends are there, 9 times out of 10, it is likely to say I'm affiliated with them. Is that a safe assumption?
Yes.
All right, YouTube family, if I am I talking right? Is that a safe assumption? They call it guilty by association, right?
Yes.
That's right. So that being said, when someone displays certain type of behavior, they get frustrated and upset with us because we call a spade a spade. See, the difference between UTB and myself and a lot of other individuals is that we are unapologetically African American. We're unapologetically Black before we're anything. And then we are a man second, and third, we're entrepreneurs. So because of that, that's how we identify. That's one of the reasons why you and I click so well, because we identify in those 3 areas. And so what happens is that when you have individuals that they can't understand that, they can't conceptualize that, because what they're used to people identifying as Black first, then identifying as male or trans by gender. And because we don't have that going on, they don't have that to, they want to throw that lie out there. And then they're used to people being thugs or being Ray Ray and Pookie them and being uneducated. And because they don't have that to try to pull up against us, they don't know what to do. All they can do is attack that. Am I right? Exactly. So you understand what I'm talking about? So that being said, that's the reason why we have an issue with it and they don't understand it, is because in their world and in their bubble, they're used to it just being, they're used to, like, for instance, this gentleman said that he lives in Nevada, is in an area where it's predominantly Caucasian, and then the second race is Mexican, and then the third population is African American. So he's used to that. That is what is his bubble. And so what he said is that in his video, he was like, I've got me some good old boy friends. Old boy friends, they know they place. I got them. They call me, I'm the crazy white boy that goes along with them. I ain't got a lots of them, but I got a few of them. And so the thing about it that he doesn't understand is that he says that, he can make these videos about you and I. He can make these comments about you and I and say there's nothing that we can do about it. But that's incorrect, because he is being slanderous, because we aren't just regular African-American men. We aren't just regular YouTubers. We're entrepreneurs. And so we have businesses. And so everything that he does puts him in subject to litigation. You know, understand what I'm saying? So I want you guys share this to Litl Dawg so that he knows that if he continues this, if he continues down this line, I'm not threatening him. I'm promising him that he will get sued. No ifs, buts about it. Point blank, period.
Hold on. But this is the thing I don't understand. How can you sue him when it is his? Isn't it his American? What's the word?
Freedom of speech.
Huh?
Freedom of speech.
Bingo. Someone is I'm going to play the devil's advocate here because we got to have both sides. They have freedom of speech to say what they want about somebody, right?
That's right. And we have the freedom of the consequences that go behind it. Because let me give you an example. If you are in a crowded area and if you yell riotous
remarks.
If you yell something, because I don't want to say the word because I don't want it, you know what I'm saying? If you yell something that causes a riot, that person has freedom of speech, but the consequences of his action is inciting a riot, or the consequences of the person's actions could be public intoxication, or whatever the situation could be. They're able to add legal charges against what they do. Public drunkenness, or what's another one is disorderly conduct. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they have the right to say what it is they want to say, there are laws in place if you want to enforce those laws. Now, the difference is if you're talking about a regular individual, that's not an entrepreneur, that is not branding themselves, then yes, you have the freedom of speech to say that. If you're talking about somebody, but if it is damaging to their business or their brand, and it's something that is a lie that they cannot prove, then they are subject to litigation for slander, defamation of character. They're subject to what's one of the famous ones is mental anguish. You're able to do this, all of these games. I see these 100. So Jay Rich is in the building. Jay Rich says 100. Yeah. So when you're dealing with a regular individual, when you're dealing with a Ray or Pookie that's gonna allow you to be outright right ring in front of them, and they don't know their rights, you can do that to them because they are afraid of your quote unquote power. But if you are standing up against somebody that is a business entity or a brand, and you do those things, you are subject to charges and damages. Difference. So that's the reason why he is subject, because he's not dealing with somebody that's, oh, well, this just YouTube. No, sir. When you're talking about damaging somebody's character, when you're talking about going up against someone's financial prowess, like I understand he has 3 kids and he has a Mexican wife, right? So
I don't know all that, dog. Like,
hey, listen, I just say my people have been doing research and homework, huh? So I'm saying that because of that, when you do those things, and the reason why, you know, my people are doing research and homework is because paperwork will be filed. You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick. Hensley, which is a good question. He said, if that's so, how is it the media can get away with it? Do the media get papers on stuff they say? Like people?
Yeah, you have to be able to prove what you say. So let me give you an example. The media talks about something that's true. The media doesn't talk about things that's wrong. That's a lie. If you say something that's true, then yes, okay, if I'm cheating on my wife and I'm a public figure, okay, he's cheating on his wife. You can do that. But if you do not say allegedly, and if you aren't proving what you say, then you are subject to it. Now, the third part about it is that a journalist or a media personality, they have that right because that's their industry to report the news. But you're not no media personality. That's not your job.
So a person just starting a YouTube like me, and I just want to trash talk and tear down people. I can't say I'm in media. What is the actual? They have to have actual credentials.
You got to have credentials. Yes, if you're going to be a journalist and you want to use journalistic shields and journalistic integrity and whatnot, you have to be a journalist. You have to put yourself and position yourself as a journalist. But you a dispatcher working out of your house, that 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom old house that you got.
Listen, I don't know what kind of house people living in, Dean.
I'm just saying. When you begin to prepare paperwork and you do research on people, the things that you need to find out, the things you need to know. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, if you are a dispatcher working for a company because you failed as a trucker because you couldn't afford to do your payments, and so instead of trying to be the best businessman or trucker you can be, you choose to try to tear down somebody else and you try to slander someone else's name. What he did is that he should have put that energy and effort in trying to be able to figure out how he could become successful instead of failing and allegedly getting his information, getting his truck repossessed, and then he's forced to be an employee working for somebody else out of your house.
Now let's think here. He said, or he alluded to, that what you do is a scam, or there's some type of something about you being a scam.
He said that I am a scammer, which is very harming to my business and my brand, which causes me tremendous amount of mental anguish, which is the reason why I haven't been able to produce YouTube videos, because I'm so distressed and so distraught. My damages are great and mighty. And because of that, he is subject to, facing issues for that. Now, he has to prove the fact that I am quote unquote scamming. Now, let's do a temperature check. Everybody in here that's a client of mine, including yourself, if I have ever consulted with you and your business has gotten funding, you have gotten funding, or your credit score has gotten better, or you have gotten guidance and direction, if you are watching now, and this is live, and if I've ever helped you get funding, I want you to say, he helped me. Now, if I've ever scammed anybody that's watching live, if I've ever stolen money from you, if I've ever done something to your business, to your credit, something that is illegal, something that you did not authorize me to do, I want you to say he scammed me. And we can talk about it. But you got to remember, you have to have proof. Because when you're talking about an actual business, and that's the thing that people don't understand, they hide behind this social media and they think it's just social media. But look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. Where Tekashi 6ix9ine at right now? Where he in prison, right? Because he broke the law. Because he did not obey the laws of the land. So let's see. In the building, right? Let's see. He helped me. Trucker. All right. So Chasing Andrew Jackson says he helped me. Jay Rich says he helped me. All right. We got Win M says he helped me. All right. Timothy Hall says he helped me. Truth to Power. All right. We got Malcolm says he helped me. We got Moonlit Waters. He helped me. Hands raised. Trucking with LoSean Parks is in the building. He says he helped me. What's up, Lo? I was about to do a super chat, man, but it just ended the live when you did the super chat. He helped me. All right. So Randolph says, could you help me? Yes, Randolph, I can help you as long as I'm able to keep my lights on and pay my bills, because I have these damaging charges coming up against me that's causing me to lose so much financial stability. Y'all.
So when people come on here in these trolls and they say,
Carter says he helped me. Okay, so look, Trucker Brown credit score went from a 400 to a 750. All right, Big E says he helped me. Ray Davis says he helped me without cost. Still Hoggin says he helped me get my dealership. Still Hoggin Ghost, I helped him get his dealership. So I said all of that to say, you have to prove it. You understand what I'm saying? Because that is my business. And what happens is that truckers, like he used to be a trucker. He's a failed trucker. So because he used to be a trucker, he's used to talking junk to other truckers that are employees, and they just talking junk. But when you're dealing with somebody, and this is the thing, this person can't even afford to have me in his presence, first of all, because he can't afford the $250 an hour that I charge. That's thing number one. Thing number two is that he has never taken my service, and he has never hired me, and he has zero proof of what he says. But because he does have a platform and he's being damaging, that means that he is subject to these charges. You understand what I'm saying? So when someone calls a consultant a scam artist with a platform, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
So you're saying he has the ability.
He has the ability, yes,
to affect your money.
To affect my money.
It'd be different if someone smaller was saying it.
Well, no, because I could choose to sue them too. Like for instance, Drake just had a woman, a no name. So let me show you this, right? Drake just had a no name woman accuse him of getting her pregnant, and she made up all of this thing for clout. But what Drake did was Drake sued her for $20,000. She's an Instagram thought. She ain't got $20,000, but guess what? The judge awarded it. And Drake is a multi-millionaire. But it's about the point, you breaking the law. And what happens is that when somebody like LoSean is gonna like this, he's gonna like this. When you tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you. So you renting that 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house, that little small ranch, and the front yard, where the front yard need to be cut, and the rickety fence needs to be fixed on the side. When all of that happens, and you're talking against me, then you are subject to litigation. You understand what I'm saying?
Jeez, man, you know about the fence and all that. Like, come on, bro. Listen. See, this is my thing. You know, I pride myself on working with as many people as possible.
Well, hold on for a second. Wait. So this is a live video. Anybody can comment and anybody can talk on this. How many people we got watching live right now? Let's see. How many people?
I think it's like 90.
We have 100 people watching live, and there's nobody that says that I've scammed them. No one says that I've scammed them. Nobody says that I've stolen from them, that I've taken their information without their permission. This is live, open to the public. Anybody can see it. When you tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you. And the difference is you're not dealing with the uneducated fool. Now, I want to talk about what he's doing that is harassing you, because this is the thing that he doesn't understand. Like, for a lot of people that don't know, your name is Sean Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Your business name is Trucker Brown Transport.
Mm-hmm.
He uses your business name in the title of his videos, and he says these damaging things about your business. He's not even talking about you. He's talking about your business. He's directly affecting your business because you have contracts, right?
True. I have a contract with the truck. Also, I get paid from the Trucker Brown name through YouTube, which is an LLC.
Which is a business. You understand what I'm saying?
But two businesses.
Two businesses. So that means you have double damages that you're subject to.
Mm.
And so because of that, and because I have a brand, and you have businesses that he's physically attacking, he says that there's nothing we can do about it. No, sir. There's a lot that we can do about it. There's nothing that a step and fetching coon that wants to be included into your supremacist society can do about it. But when you're talking about African-American strong Black men that are entrepreneurs, that understand laws and loopholes, and we're able to protect ourselves against individuals like you, there's a lot that we can do about it. There's a lot that we're going to do about it.
Mm. Now, I don't understand what a person that, besides me being bigger.
Yep.
Because I've tried to understand, what a person gets out of just randomly attacking people over and over. And the thing is, the track record is something he's done for a while, and it's like a number of Black people. He's done it to white people too, but there's a number of Black people he's just tried to tear down. Sinister, Diva, me, Party Hard. He just has a track record of just talking about people and trying to damage them. Mm-hmm. I don't understand where it comes from most of the time. Like it's easy to you to say this is racism because that's what it looks like on its surface. Mm-hmm. But it's like, what other point is there? We've never done business. We've never.
Well, no, he did try to. He's tried to. Oh, you said you've never done business together personally with him, right?
Yes, I've never done money on that
personally either. I've never done business with him personally either. Go ahead.
And I that's the thing I want people to understand, because when I spoke on it, I had Black people coming to me as well and being like, "Oh, you should just put your head down and worry about yours, and just that's why I don't do this, and that's why I don't do that." And they're trying to basically say I just know how to hide out of the way and everything like that. And I just feel like I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to say what it is. This is what it looks like. You made it public that you're tearing these people down, and I'm going to speak on it.
Yeah. And that is what a revolutionist does. That is what, when someone fights for their rights, that's what it looks like. And so what happens is that, because this is the thing, a lot of people are afraid. The number one best-selling book of all time says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. In the African-American community, we don't understand our rights. People violate our rights all day, every day, and we have been taught just to deal with it because we know that the justice system most of the time is going to not be favorable towards us. So because that is what the narrative is, and because they don't understand how to fight for their rights, they just get the short end of the stick. But when you have somebody that is woke, that is aware, and they understand, that's why we are the most intimidating to individuals like them. So I'm not going to say that he is I'm not going to say that he is doing it because of the color of our skin. Let's say he's doing it because of the content of our character, right? Mm-hmm. And this is our character. Our character is that we're bold. Our character is that we are unapologetic. Our character is that we do not believe in giving somebody the advantage because of their social status. And so because of that, another thing is that everybody knows we're big Black men, and I'm bigger than you. Yeah. Like I had my live event, and folks was looking at me like, dang, you really are that big. Like, you can't really tell. And you have this person that he calls himself little guy. He has
Litl Dawg.
Little Dawg. I'm sorry, Little Dawg. Which one is it? Little Dawg. My bad.
A little guy. This Little Dawg is the one we're talking about.
Little Dawg. Okay, so he calls himself a little dog. We go by our names. He doesn't go by his real name. William Bill Kinley doesn't go by his real name. He hides, and he calls himself a little dog, which means two things. Thing number one, he already has an inferiority complex because he's little. He feels inferior, just the thought of us. Secondly, he's a failure. He's failed publicly, and all we have done is succeed publicly. Another thing about us is that we are big African American, and a lot of individuals like them have this cuckold mentality, and they feel inferior about their manhood, and they call themselves little because they like that feeling of being dominated by individuals like us. So that's the reason why they do these things. So I'm not even going to talk about the alleged issue with the color of our skin. Let's just talk about the content of our character. But the problem is that when you're dealing with people who have good character, and we're going to fight for ourselves, we're not going to allow someone to say whatever they want to say because we have a lot to lose. Because guess what? We built this off of scratch. We're not juniors. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have grandfathers. Like, we haven't been in the trucking industry for 8 years, and our granddaddy did it for us, and he put us on. That's the reason why the little dog had what he had, because his granddaddy put him on. We didn't.
How do you? What?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Listen, you talk about stuff I don't even know about. Like, dang, bro.
Listen,
I'm glad you're on my side.
Listen, man. Hey, man. I'm just saying, man.
I took that candy bar in second grade, dog. Go ahead, bro.
When you get information, you need to get information. Understand what I'm saying? When you get information, then you need to get information. I'm just saying. What happens is that when you get ready to do lawsuits, you need to get as much information as possible. I'm talking about real legitimate information. I'm not talking about stuff like, oh, well, when you was 18 years old, you got a ticket. Like, they tried to talk about my convictions of when I was a kid. That's the reason why I put my own video up. You tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you.
They were talking about your convictions?
They said that I was, and this is the thing. I've been in banking and finance for 20 years. Where is the track record? If I'm a thief, if I'm a scammer, where is it? Because I'm so public that he bought a domain name. He didn't buy my business, but he bought a domain name to slander me. So because he went out of his way to use his finances to try to slander me, that means that where is it? Like, you might have some people that are unsatisfied and that they aren't happy with my course, but there's no scam involved. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. TV, how many people did you go to trucking school with?
150.
How many people
got there?
How many people did what now?
150 showed up, but maybe 40 left. Made it.
Left, right? So how many? So now, did your trucking school provide everything they say they were going to provide?
Yeah.
Did the people who took the information they learned from the trucking school be successful and get CDLs?
Yeah.
Now, did the school scam those other 40 people that dropped out because they just didn't stick to it?
No.
So just because I have courses, and if somebody flunks it because they can't pass a test, or if somebody doesn't apply the information to get their credit score from a 400 to a 750, if it's available for them, that doesn't mean that they're scammed. That just means that people learn differently, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm creating something for all those people who might have had issues to try to get back on track because people are just busy. True. And so this is the thing. And because I don't do a service for any, and that's the reason why I don't do services for people, but I educate everybody. If you go to the gym, but you never get on the treadmill, is the gym a scam because you didn't lose weight if you didn't get on the treadmill? No. So I said all that to say my business is to provide the information, the motivation, and the materials. But if the person is unhappy and they try to get out of their contract, and because I'm a legit businessman and they can't get out of their contract, then they're upset. Doesn't mean I'm a scam. It means that they failed just like he failed. And most failures, like LoShawn say, winners focus on winning, and losers and failures like him focus on winners. So then if that happens, then If that happens, then they congregate together, but yet and still, you have to show where I am a scammer or where I am a crook, because you are defaming my character, causing me tremendous mental anguish, as well as you are impeding the growth of my business. Same as yours. The words mean things, right?
Yeah, because I mean, it was alluded to that I was a homosexual,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, when I say someone is a Klansman or racist, it's off of the actions that I see. You know, the actions I see is that you are being visceral and damaging to a lot of Black people. So I come up to I came to the conclusion that maybe you hate these people you're trying so hard to tear down. I don't think that that's that out of the way. Like, they make it seem like, oh, you're just pulling right. No, that's what it looks like from the outside looking in. Maybe you are misunderstanding the perception you're giving off on. You just keep attacking all of these people, but that's what it looks like.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
But and it still, I didn't go to your company and say this.
That's right.
I didn't call your company and say, hey, man, you know, I feel like I wouldn't do that. I didn't go to your company. I didn't, you know, contact no one about what you're doing. You did it on live. I did it on live.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. You said your point of view. I said my point of view. But when you start jumping off and then going to those people and said, you know, this person has these problems or whatever he said, I wasn't in the conversation with the intent to get this person fired. That to me is crossing the line. It's like, whoa.
That is crossing the line. That is harmful. And that is like Loshan, if he had the energy, could really sue the pants off of him. I'm talking about sue him so much to where his Mexican wife can't even afford to go get her nails and feet done, because Loshan has publicly amassed over 7 trucks, which means that his business is projected. His business is projected to be a $3.5 million business, and is projected that way. And if he lost his contract because of that, then he is subject to at least a year's worth of that. See, when you know your rights, that, like, for instance, I have the right to bear arms if I have my license. This is the example. If you get a Black guy that's walking around with a gun who doesn't have a license, a cop comes along, he goes to jail. You get a Black guy that has his carrier's license and he's carrying, the cop does nothing. The problem is that we have our licenses. You're not just talking to any old Black guys. Does that make sense? So somebody asks the question. So somebody says, why are you giving Little Dawg this type of energy? Because 2 reasons. Thing number 1, there's something that's called the law of inertia. All right. So if something keeps moving, then the force goes right back against it. The second thing is because we're going to sue them. Okay. And I could care less if he gets views, because I'm going to get views off of his channel and his name. He's going to get views off of mine. But what happens is that when you're talking about someone financially, and you're talking about how he has a history of doing things to people and people not standing up, he's a little dog bully. And that's the reason why we're giving him this energy, because he has asked for the presence of God. When you go to church and you praise and worship and you call on the name of the Lord, he appears. He's been calling on my name for quite some time. And the Lord.
So he made videos about you before today.
Yeah, he made a video, because one of my clients was like, he made a video talking about how he says E.DeanCole everywhere. He's always talking about E.DeanCole. Well, how about I went and bought the domain E.DeanCole? Nobody knows and looks for E.DeanCole, because that's not what the business is and was. It's DeanCole. But my name is.
He bought your domain name where you could have started a website and made money. He bought it.
Yep, he bought it to try to slander me.
So wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. Andy is in the building. Hey, Andy, how are you doing?
That is crazy. So he can just do that?
Yeah, well, no, see, this is the thing. So he can do it, but then he can also get the consequences of his actions, right? If somebody goes like, you just went into the bank and took their money, Yeah, he can legally not legally. He could go into the bank and take their money, but can you also go to jail for theft? You see what I'm saying? Like the person can do what they want to do, but then if no one is there to enforce the law, they continue to do it. Especially like a Lil Dawg. You know, he's been little his entire life, so I'm pretty sure he was a little bad kid running around trying to get attention. But the problem is that somebody gotta spank him. Like you in grown folks' business, real talk. You understand what I'm saying? And so, and the thing is that I have the time, I have the resources, and I have the talent to make this go away.
Wow, bro, you just opened my eyes to stuff I didn't even know about.
Absolutely.
How many other domain names did he buy?
I don't know. He bought a couple domain names. I think he did something with Red Viking the Trucker. He bought a couple of domain names. And then he prides himself on people trolling and saying you can't play this internet game because your stuff isn't together. But this is the thing, he's playing a game, but there are consequences for his action, just like Tekashi 6ix9ine. There's consequences for his action. Just like, see, this is the thing. Let me give you a good example. There's this guy, his name is Curtis Jackson. Everybody knows him as 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. He has the best record of suing people and winning his lawsuits because Curtis Jackson is a legit businessman and everything he does is in his business name. And when that's the reason why Tierra Marie owes him $20,000 right now. That's the reason why he got his own lawyers that owed him, was it $10 million that he sued his lawyers for? How you sue lawyers? Because you need to know the law. So you do whatever you want to do and get away with it. When you are a business and you are a businessman and you standing up for your rights, when you say, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. No, sir, there's nothing those black guys who you're affiliated with does about it. There's a lot that I'm doing about it.
Man, you hit me to a lot of stuff. Like,
absolutely.
You know, I came to my conclusion based off the videos I've seen. I didn't know the background to actually attacking your business by buying your domain names and stuff like that. It's like freaking business terrorism.
Yes, it is. So let's talk about that. Yes. So now you have to be able to protect yourself as a business and protect yourself as a brand. So let's do a temperature check. How many people in here right now are entrepreneurs? If you are an entrepreneur, I want you to say boss, B-O-S-S. If you are a boss, if you are an entrepreneur, I want you to say boss. If you are soon to be an entrepreneur, I want you to say will be. If you are a student right now and you're studying and you're grinding, I want you to say student. So let's do a temperature check right now. So if you are a boss, I want you to say boss. If you are, you will be a boss, I want you to say will be. If you're a student, I want you to say student. So there is something that's called asset protection and asset protection attorneys that are designed specifically for this fact, because people do espionage on businesses. Like most people don't even know what espionage is.
It's like spies.
Yes. So like when you pull up people's information, like what he does, like espionage stuff, and you use that espionage to try to take down a business, that's illegal. So there's a lot of asset protection and business protection that is there if you position yourself to get it. But this is the thing. If you are a sole proprietor, you don't have this protection. That's the reason why everyone needs to be a LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Corporation, or you need to be a corp. Because when you are a corp, you have something that's called a corporate shield for this very reason. A corporate shield is something completely separate from an LLC that has a corporate veil. Words mean things. And when you're talking about legalities and you're talking about the law, you have to understand what you are entitled to. So yes, there's a lot of different asset protection attorneys and laws and a lot of business laws that are there to protect you from individuals like this. And that's the reason why, as a consultant, I have what's called E&O insurance, which stands for heirs and omissions insurance, which is $1 million policy that gives me protection against errors and omissions. Not scam, okay? Not, for errors and omissions as a business, because unfortunately, no one is perfect, right? So like no one is perfect. And because no one is perfect, when you are a consultant and you have errors and omission insurance because you are a legitimate business and you are protected, then you are able to enforce these laws when people come up against you. So there's I could teach a whole course on, like, for instance, let me give you another example. The number one attack on the African-American entrepreneur, the African-American man that's an entrepreneur, is bitter baby mamas, ex-wives with strife, and side chicks that want your kicked. I said that at my event. You are subject to your finances being taken advantage of and garnished because of those type of individuals. Now, I understand not all women who have kids with entrepreneurs or business owners, not all of them are trying to get a man's money. At the same time, better believe that we are targeted more so than anything. If you agree with that, fellas, if you agree, I want you to say you're right. All right. DL, well, DL is a sexy young lady from what I see. I hope that's who she really is. She's been rocking with me for a long time. Absolutely. All right, so DL says you also go through insurance underwriting. Absolutely. To get that kind of policy place, you are verified. Absolutely. TB, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm about to go there in a minute, but I'm listening.
So Big E Production says you right. Absolutely. So Montreal says that I'm right. Absolutely. Let's see who else is in the building who said I'm right. And so this is the thing you need to understand, and you need to know how to protect yourself as a business. You have to protect yourself. It doesn't matter if you are a trucker. It don't matter if you are a stripper. It don't matter if you are a cupcake maker. It doesn't matter if you are a cleaners. It doesn't matter what your business is. You have the right to be protected out of all of this. That's the reason why let's say entrepreneurs has the best life, because you ain't got to pay taxes. And there's like, oh, that's not fair. You know how can you not pay taxes? Because you have to understand the law. Like, that's not fair. How come I can't get to say what I want to say about you? Because I'm not a regular average Joe. You understand what I'm saying? So those things, that's how you have to position and protect yourself. You have to understand the laws. If you don't
have a course. You have a course on like, corporate and LLC protection like this that where people can take?
I need to create one. I've been saying I'm creating something called Financial Freedom for Fathers, where I talk specifically on how you're able to protect yourself against situations of, you get women trying to come up on you and all of that other type of stuff. But as far as asset protection and how to prevent different issues like espionage and prevent defamation and different things like that, I'm going to create one, especially for this society, especially because in the social media society where social media is real life, you have to be able to protect yourself because people don't understand the difference anymore. And you have to put the fear of God in them. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be that God-like being so that you can protect yourself and you can do what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm going to sign up for that course as well as the other one I'm already in, because this is obviously a problem that YouTubers are going through with people who choose to just tear down their situation just based on whatever reason these reasons are. And it needs to be given out so people can protect themselves from somebody who's just basically just doing social terrorism and and priding himself on, oh, you can't play this game, I'll tear you down, I play a different game than you play. It's like, well, we need to get this officially involved to protect yourself from people like this, because it's happened so many times. There has to be some type of pattern that people can see that this is not normal. It's past the point where it's not normal. It's almost to the point where you almost question his mental state. Like, what is going on with this guy? Like, we need to figure something out. And whatever that may be is whatever that may be. I hope he gets whatever help he needs to do what he needs to do, but it doesn't look normal to me.
Yes, it's not normal. It's not normal. And so that's the thing too. For instance, Tommy Sotomayor, he's hated. He is one of the most hated YouTubers there is. And there was this guy that has been stalking him for 3 years who recently got put out of his house. He got put out of his house and it backfired against him. And so at first, when I was thinking about this, I was like, do I really want to deal with this? Because I was like, I don't know how Tommy deals with these people, because I don't know if I want to deal with them. But then at the same time, I was like, no, I need to give him his just due, because he's, if I don't, then he's going to keep terrorizing other people. So I said all of that to say that, yes, you have to be able to protect yourself as a YouTuber, as a business person, because you have people that are just weird. You have people that they're just, especially, I saw his little, my living room and my dining room is the size of his house. I think it's like 1,500 square feet, something like that.
Wow.
Including the garage.
You do got a big house though, Dean. You got a big, got a big crib, bro. Like
it's in the front left side of his house, or when you come outside on the right hand side is the garage. But the fact that I'm trying to make is, I saw that, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, this can help me understand why he's so depressed, because he's stuck in this house doing dispatching when he used to be a trucker and be free, but he failed at that. So when that happened, I'm like, okay, that kind of helps me to understand. And they say hurt people hurt people. I understand that and I get that, but the thing that I don't understand is why hurt somebody who's doing nothing but positive things. Like, for instance, you are the #1 trucking YouTuber. You got 60,000 right now. How many you got, TB?
No, there's a couple of people over me. I got 61,000.
61,000. Okay.
There's like 3 people above me.
Okay, so you part of the 3-headed monster, right? So, but you are one of the top individuals, and what you're doing is helping. You're not doing anything negative. You're not doing anything foolish. You're not doing anything counterproductive, but you make content because you're great at making content, thing number one. And that's something that he's jealous and envious of. Thing number 2 is that you are affecting change. And what you're doing is you're taking those mild-mannered, mealy-mouthed, stepping fetching Negroes that he's used to, and you're waking them up to their level, their godlike consciousness, and you're creating more entrepreneurs. And the same thing for me. That's my entire goal. You know what I'm saying? I was on stage in front of hundreds of people last week teaching Truth to Power on how to empower them to be that. And now, listen, I have people from all walks of life: Black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. You pay me, I'm going to help you. At the same time, I'm specifically called for the African-American community. That's my specific call. But if you need my help, I'm not going to discriminate against you. I have clients from all walks of life that I'm like, for instance, Passive Income Trucker. I think he's one of my most popular clients. That's a trucker that's in you guys' industry. And he sat down with you and LoShawn, and I helped him get out of bankruptcy, remove a bankruptcy. His credit score has gone up to the 700s out of being out of bankruptcy. I mean, he has video where he's gotten, I think, over 200,000 in funding on this channel. But I'm a scammer. But we have a Caucasian trucker that's saying that. I have a Caucasian general contractor where we've removed his bankruptcy, where we've helped him get 150,000 in funding, and all of this stuff. And he had that video testimonial on this channel.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
But at the same time, if we speak up on something that we think that has been happening, that has been documented, that is happening, somehow we're racist against white people.
Absolutely.
But we're not running and finding multiple people and trying to destroy their livelihoods, but we hate white people. That's what I don't. That's the part that's like.
No, see, this is the thing. We don't, and that's the thing. They say that we hate white people or Caucasian people. That's not true. We hate bigots, and we hate little kids that have been promoted through nepotism, like your granddaddy was a trucker and your daddy was, and all this other stuff. And they have this entitled mentality, so they can't understand how you can be successful coming from nothing because they failed having an advantage. That's the reason why Donald Trump is the biggest disappointment to the dominant society, because he's a huge failure. He's a huge failure. And for you to be a huge failure in a system that's designed for you, and to be a huge failure when you have gotten years and years and years of a head start, and you see us coming from nothing, excelling you, I mean, it has nothing to do with the color of somebody's skin at that point. It has to do with their inferiority complex because he's inferior. And he's inferior because of the type of man that he is, not because of the color of his skin. And what it is it's that negative energy and that mindset that we hate. Like, for instance, God doesn't hate people. He hates the sin. He loves us, but he hates the sin. Like, for instance, I don't hate the person or the people. I hate what that institution stands for. Like, let me give you an example. Have you guys seen the movie or seen the series When They See Us? Have you seen When They See Us? If you've seen it, I want you to say When They See Us. Have you seen When They See Us yet, TB?
I've seen the advertisement, but I didn't click it. I haven't seen it yet.
Bro, you gotta watch it. It is one of the most hurtful true stories that happened when a entitled Caucasian woman chooses to take 5 young African American men and ruin their lives. They had absolutely nothing to do with the rape in Central Park, but they end up losing a lot of their life because.
Oh, I know about the Central Park 5. I haven't seen it.
That don't
so
know.
This is the testimony, the documentary about what happened.
Yeah, well, it's not a documentary. That's the thing about it. Eva DuVernay, she created art behind it. So Eva DuVernay created 13, which was a phenomenal documentary.
Seen that.
It is actual, it's artwork. I mean, it moved me to tears the last episode because it was so harsh, and it is based all on facts. And guess what? So for everybody that says, oh, well, you can say what you want to say and do what you want to do. No, that young lady, or not that young lady, that older lady that was an author, that was on boards, and that was on different charitable organizations, has lost all of that now because there are consequences for her actions. So when people say, oh, well, we can say what we want to say or do we want to do. No, not when you are coming up against people that know their rights and that are standing 10 toes down on their rights.
Wow, man, this is a good live. I hate to leave, but I got to get to this interview I got going on. But listen.
All right, boss.
Listen, keep going. I'm going to listen to it while I'm setting up.
I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stay live, man. You keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. And we're going to link up some more. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about business protection, asset protection. We're going to talk about all of that stuff, man.
Yes, sir, man. Be safe. They coming for you.
I'll talk to you soon. We're going to get this paperwork together.
Bang.
All right, gone. So did you guys see the movie 13? If you saw it, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see, I want you to say didn't see. Absolutely. Let's see who is all in the building. You said yes. Randolph said she did a phenomenal job. Yes, she did a phenomenal job on that. DL says it's real. Absolutely, it is real. When they see us, thank you so much for that, Vanessa. Thank you for participating. All right, so 302 says saw it. Thank you so much for that. Malcolm says saw it. Thank you so much for that. So Kurt says nope. Kurt, you got to see it, my man. DL says you have not seen it. DL, you have to see it. You have to see it, DL. Baby Shifter says didn't see it. You have to watch it, Baby Shifter. So Tremaine said you saw it. L Wall says saw it. All right. Quiet Storm says when they see us, hey, Quiet Storm, I hadn't seen you lately. All right. Terrence says you will see it. Absolutely. You said did not see it. Octavia says powerful. Absolutely. It is tremendously powerful. Absolutely. Very powerful. So yes, guys, you have to protect yourself when you are a business, and you have to protect yourself against individuals that are trying to damage you and hurt your business and hurt your brand. Because listen, people will take advantage of you. People will marginalize you. People will keep you in a system that is designed for you to be successful if you don't know the rules. Like for instance, those young guys, they end up losing lives. Like they didn't die, but what I'm saying is that they were in jail from 6 to 10 years for a crime they did not commit. They got $40 million for it, but still $40 million ain't worth that. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much for that, Low Country. So I'll take a couple of questions. Y'all got some questions about business? I'll answer some of y'all questions about business. Y'all got some questions about business? I want to answer your questions about business. Absolutely. Let's see how many people we got watching live. We got 107 people watching live. All 107 of you guys hit the like button right now. And I'll answer you guys' questions. All right, so I see a question right here by Randolph. Randolph says, Dean, I bought my truck under my name. Can I switch it to my LLC? So it depends. Yes, you're able to do that. It depends on who it is you got your financing through. And it also depends on if you own it free and clear. It depends on what type of financing you got, if you had a lease, if you have a walkaway lease. So all of those things do depend. Absolutely. I answer a couple more questions. But yeah, I got frustrated and got upset because the Litl Dawg was attacking me. And I've never said anything. And this is the thing, I have no clue whatsoever. I have no clue whatsoever what issue he has no issue. Like what, I don't even know why would he have an issue with me? Why would he have an issue with me if he doesn't like what I say? And all I talk about is economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, especially to African Americans. All right. And so I don't say anything outside of that. All I talk about is economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. I talk about being pro-Black. I talk about owning who you are, being the best version of yourself. No hate speech whatsoever. I don't even curse on my YouTube. Like, how can you have an issue with that? Because I stand 10 toes down on believing that? Come on now. And I'm too protected. You understand what I'm saying? I got too much protection going on with me. So I'm not afraid. I think, I'm not afraid. So if you're going to come at me, I've never made a video about this Litl Dawg until now. But I'm a big dog. Ain't no little dog. And I am going to end up putting his name in there. Like he's done mine. He has videos with my name in the title. So you guys answer me the question. You guys answer this question. Why would somebody have an issue with talking about being pro-Black? Why would someone have an issue about teaching economic empowerment through entrepreneurship? Why would somebody have an issue with that? I literally want to know why. Like, help me to understand why somebody would have an issue with that. Why would someone have an issue with that? D. Young says, get financing from credit union. Yes, D. Young, that's great advice. Credit unions are the best. All right, Perry, I see your question. I'm going to answer it. All right, so Montreal, if child support is taking everything that you're getting, Montreal, you need to get a modification on your child support. You can represent yourself. You do not have to hire an attorney, and you can protect yourself against child support. You can protect yourself against getting your child being held for ransom. You can protect yourself from that. You have to know your laws and know your rights. You have to have something that's called a change of circumstance, which is an actual legal term. So Montreal, I need to know what state you're in so that I can know what your laws are. But yes, you're able to get your child support to something that's reduced and reasonable, and you're able to protect yourself against child support, especially if you are an entrepreneur. Are you an entrepreneur, Montreal? If you are, what do? I need to know. So Perry says, if I get your business program, do you build my business credit or do I have to build it? Very good question, Perry. You do it, because I'm educating you and empowering you, and I'm telling you, do this, do that, do this, do that, and you will be successful. You will be successful. We don't do it for you unless you hired us for that task. But if you go through the program, we teach you everything you need to know and everything you need to do so you can be successful. And you have access to the course so that you're able to utilize it for a full year, and then you get auto renewed. So we teach you everything you need to know on how you're able to be successful. Just like, for instance, if you go to school to get your degree, if you got a degree or you have a GED or you have any type of certification, you can be a successful entrepreneur and get millions of dollars in funding. Not because it's a scam, it's because we tell you every single thing you need to do. And if you apply it, you will get the results. Just like everybody else who said that I helped them get the results. Absolutely, Perry. That's a very good question. So Big E Production says, so what is the name of the protection call for business owners? So when you say what's the name of the protection, it depends. Like, you have to understand what the offense is so that you can know exactly, what. So you're able to get heirs and omissions insurance. You're able to get protection for asset protection. I mean, it's a lot. So there's a lot that goes underneath that. You know what I'm saying? So like, so you have to be a little more specific. Yes, dear, I will be putting his name up in the title. All right, so Low Country says, sounds like a personal issue that person has. Absolutely, yes, it's a personal issue. Like what issue could you have with somebody that is a #1 best-selling author? What issue could you have with someone that teaches how to start a business? There's not one video that I have that's demonetized. There's not one video that I have where there's hate speech. There's not one video that I have that I talk down on anyone. The only thing that I do is I talk up and lift up the African-American community, specifically in entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. That is what the title is, money-making motivation. What issue could you have with that other than the color of my skin? Because it's definitely not the content of my character, especially because my character isn't going down on anyone. So help me to understand, guys. Let's talk about it. Yes, DL, you do need to take care of your children, but you don't need to take care of the child's mother or the child's mother's baby brothers or the child's mother's new boyfriend or new girlfriend or whatever the situation is. Yes, you can take care of your children, but the child support system is drastically against the successful man. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. If you are a man that's making something of themselves and you have a child out of wedlock, or even if you have a child that's through divorce, you are subject to having a tremendous amount of your garnishes wages, specifically 30%. So let's do the math. If you make $100,000 a year, that means you have to give $30,000 to take care of your child per year. That's not right. If you make $1 million, that means $300,000 to take care of a child. That's not right. The system isn't designed for the successful person. The system was actually designed when women was considered property, and the system was designed when women could not work and could not take care of themselves. The system was designed to protect for when men took advantage of women, but now the roles have been reversed and women make more, if not more, or just as much as men. And so now you have to protect yourself against that. If you don't know that, and you can legally get that taken care of if you do it by law. Now, I'm not talking about you're not supposed to take care of your children. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about being a deadbeat. I'm not talking about running from your children. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about protecting yourself against these women that get pregnant on purpose. I'm not talking about these women that look for successful men and like, oh, I got to get me him. And they look to try to trap us successful men and try to take us because they feel like, oh, I got a check. That's what I'm specifically talking about. I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying that all women are like that. I'm not saying that every woman is like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is a sector of women that look for men specifically to take advantage of that are successful. That's just what it is. If you agree, I want you to say facts. All right, DL says, I see. Absolutely. Yes, I'm not saying that, oh, you need to run. No, you need to take care of your children, but you need to understand and you need to know the laws. And so you have to understand how to protect yourself against a system that's designed against you. Let me give you an example. If a police officer takes the life of a young black boy for playing with a gun, because it's the law and the law states that he's able to use deadly force, does that make it right? It doesn't make it right, but the law states that's what it is. So if you don't know how to protect yourself against that, you need to know how to protect yourself against that. And I'm talking specifically about those situations. That's the reason why you have prenuptial agreements. Like, I'm never getting married without a prenup. I don't care. No, I don't care. No, it's just not happening. I had a woman say, I'm going to take you down with me. Like, take me down? Take me down? The devil is a lie. After I done got up out the mud, gone, bye. You ain't taking the kid down. The devil is a lie. All right, Big E Production says facts. Montreal says big old facts. Ken says facts. Vanessa says facts. A young lady says facts. A woman says facts. Absolutely. Facts. So DL says, thank you for making that point. Men should start with wearing double condoms. LOL. See, this is the thing though, right? So let's shift this thing. If a woman cannot take care of their child, you know what they get? They get government assistance and they get a check. If a man can't take care of their child, you know what they get? Jail time. If a woman can't take care of their children, they don't go to jail. If a woman can't take care of their kids, they get assistance, they get housing, they get food stamps, they get a WIC. If a man can't take care of their child, they go to jail. That's what they get. They like, fella, I'm sorry to tell you, you're out of bad luck and bubble gum. And guess what? I'm all out of bubble gum. That's what you go. You go to jail. The system is not fair. Now, don't be a man that can take care of your child. Oh my gosh, they want everything. And they feel like the woman is entitled to it. No, not at all. The children are entitled to everything, but not the mother. No, not at all. All right, so Big E Production says you need to do something about your assets. So Albert says people use negativity towards successful folk to boost their own ratings. Absolutely, Albert. They use negativity because what happens is that the light shines on us and they feel like, okay, well, let me just get a little bit of this so I can shine a light. But what happens is that when you ask for the attention and you get it, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. It comes with a lot. So like if you are defaming my character, if you are causing tremendous harm and interference in my business, these are words that mean things. If you are causing emotional distress towards me or my business and my brand, and you want that attention, you can get it all day long. And you get what comes with it too. I think it's called atrocious interference. Words mean things. Ken says facts. All right, so Carissa Taylor says, how much do I charge for a credit sweep? To Carissa, guess what? We teach you how to do it for free. Yep. When you are enrolled into one of the courses, you get it for free as a free bonus, as a free gift. You get it for free. All right, so Timothy Hall says, how can I get grants to add to some courses I want to take? Well, Timmy, that's a very good question. So if you want to, there are different educational grants that are available to you. You have to qualify. And so depending on where you live, there are some grants. I got grants to get a lot of my certifications because I didn't have money when I first started out. I didn't have money. I learned what I learned through education, but I took a lot of grants. Like I got certifications for a lot of my underwriting and origination licenses that I got all came through grants. Specifically, I went to San Diego and got them through NeighborWorks. NeighborWorks, I went through a lot of their continuing education. And NeighborWorks, they flew me out. They paid for me to take my courses. And there was specific programs that they had. And all I needed to do was get a letter from a nonprofit organization that was a 501c3 status. So you have to understand what the grants that they have and the scholarship requirements are, there's a lot of money out there if you position yourself so that you can get that type of education. Yes, Dia says children are entitled to everything. Absolutely. Children are entitled to everything because they didn't ask to be here. Absolutely. All right. Carissa says, thanks for the response. Thank you very much for watching me, Carissa. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button and the share button. So Fatty 2x4 says, yo, what's going on, Fatty 2x4? Interesting name. Timothy says, truth to power. Thanks. You're so very welcome. Let's see. I missed some comments. All right. Low Country says, hate runs deep, my friend. It's a vitamin for the haters. Absolutely. All right. So Kurt says Dean credit score went from Equifax 770, TransUnion to 750, but Experian is 664. Should I try to get business funding using a PG? That's a very good question, Kurt. The only reason why I would suggest that you use business funding for a PG is if you have a good game plan. If you have a good strategy and you have a good game plan and you know how to make sure that you don't become a failure like Litl Dawg and lose your butt, then yes, you're able to do it. But I wouldn't suggest that you do it if you just want the money, but you don't have a game plan, you don't have a strategy. So I teach people how to build business credit that's completely separate from their personal credit for that very reason. But the second thing is, if you do want to use a PG, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you have a good strategy and a good game plan so that, God forbid, when you do go to the rough times of your business, they don't hit you hard, because rough times do come. It's going to rain. It's going to happen. Rough times do come. Let's see. All right, so Montreal says you need my email to contact me. No, Montreal. All you have to do is call the office, 800-867-7941. I have a team of people. Just contact the office, 800-867-7941. That's all you got to do. Contact the office, 1-800-867-7941. Do call during normal business hours, though. I had somebody says, I called the office, but I didn't leave a message. Like, you're not calling my personal cell phone, right, guys? Okay, you're not physically calling me. We don't have like a missed call log, and we can see. We have over 30,000 people that view us on a monthly basis, right? Literally over. I just did an EPK for a college tour that we're doing, and so I know we have over 140 million hours of watch time. And everyone calls. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're like, for instance, you're not physically calling me and like, well, Dean, I called, you didn't call me back. If you don't, you have to call, talk to a member of the team. You have to call, leave voicemail messages, all of that good stuff. So Jackie Norwood says, what? It says, when those, I guess, give bad to people that do good, karma will even the scale of justice eventually. Absolutely, Jackie. Yes, karma will definitely even the scale. At the same time, I have the ability to defend myself and even the scale, make it a little faster. So you get a double whammy. You get the wrath of God and you get the wrath of me. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so Eric says, enrolled into the course in April, and it has helped me out so much. Thank you, Dean. Somebody else. So where's the scam at? More people. So like you have, like, where is the scam? Like, how is this a scam? How am I taking advantage of my people by educating them and teaching them? Like, where is the scam? You have to prove what you say, buddy. You got to prove what you say. Men lie, women lie. But numbers don't lie. You have to prove what you say. Be ready to prove it. Be ready to show proof, buddy. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Be ready to show proof. So King I just say King because I don't know what the rest of that says. In Georgia, what do I need to file for identity theft to dispute my credit reports with the big three? So what you need to do is you need to go down to the police station and let them know that your information has been compromised, that you feel as if you have been a victim of identity theft. Just go down to the police station. Bring a copy of your credit report with you. So if you cannot get a full copy of your credit report, the best place to go is Credit Check Total. Credit Check Total will give you a copy of your credit report for $1. They have a monitoring service. It's $1 for like a 7-day trial. Then after that, I think it's $30 a month. But once you pay that $1, you'll get a full copy of your credit report. So what you want to do is you want to get a copy of your credit report and go line upon line and get a yellow highlighter and highlight everything that you think is not yours and everything that you think that needs to be disputed. And then you get a copy of that credit report down at the police station. It costs $0 for you to do that. All right. So Montreal Harper says, thanks for your positive feedback. So Montreal says, thank you, bro. Be blessed and keep God first. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that very much, Montreal. I appreciate you. Contact the office, 800-867-7941. All right, so Eric says credit score has jumped from a 635 to a 737 because of what I have learned in your course so far. Where's the scam? And this is just from April. Listen, look. You see it. Where's the scam? Buddy, let me tell you something right now today. I think, and I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm saying this because I'm doing what I love to do, and this is what makes me happy. There are so many people that will stand for me that will show that what I do is 100% accurate versus the lie you choose to tell just because you don't like the tone of my voice or the cut of my beard or how handsome and articulate I am, because I'm not like those stepping fetching Negroes you're used to out in country Nevada. I have a long line of people that will vouch for me. And I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm saying this to impress upon you the fact that you barked up the wrong tree. And believe me when I say that I don't take this lightly, because this is a legitimate business that you're talking about. Long line of people, and this is live. All right. You know how it is because you have those people that come on your lives. Come on, buddy. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, buddy. Kiana says, what is the website? It is Credit Check Total. So do Credit Check Total. Go to Credit Check Total. So Finding Me says, you better be handsome and articulate. Absolutely. You listen. They don't like it. They don't like it, Finding Me. I listen. Yes, absolutely. They don't like the fact, oh, this guy, who he thinks he is. I think I'm a king. I think I'm a God. I'm made in the likeness and the image of Jehovah God. What do you mean? Who do I think that I am? When God made me, he took the best of him to make me. That's who I think. That's who I know that I am. You have the nerve, the audacity, and unmitigated gall to make me feel less than I am, made in the likeness and the image of God? Come on, somebody. When you know who you are, inferior little dog. Come on now. Get me riled up. So Randolph, if you look in the description of every single video, there is a link under every single video. Absolutely. Talking about who you think you are. So Terrence says, how do you build credit when you are not able to get approved for anything? Terrence, that's a very good question. I have a free course, free, F-R-E-E, free 99. Now let's look. Now, since he's a scammer, he's taking people's money. Let's do this, right? Everybody that's ever taken one of my free courses, I want you to say free 99 in the comments right now. I want you to say free 99 in the comments right now. So Terrence, let's now watch this, right? If you've ever taken any of my free courses, I want you to say free 99 in the comments right now. Let's see. I want you to say free 99. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. All right, so Ken says free 99. Thank you so much for participating, Ken. I actually just had an event, a whole free live event. Terrence P gave me the laughy face eye, so let's see. I know it's getting kind of late. Oh, it's 12:30 in the morning. It's getting kind of late, guys. I'm about to call it a night in a minute. Timothy says free 99, and it got me, and it got you a 60-point jump, truth to power. Look at Tim. Thank you so much for that. All right, so finding me says you want to, you're mad that you missed a live event. Well, I'm mad you missed a live event too, sweetheart. It's okay, you can check the next one. So Terrence says you'll check it out. Okay, Terrence. If you go to my Instagram, hold on. If you go to my Instagram, you got to go to Instagram, and you have to send me a screenshot showing that you are following me on Instagram, and do a screenshot showing that you are subscribed to me on YouTube, and I will send you a link to a free course that will show you how to get guaranteed lines of credit that will boost your credit score. Never, ever, 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 ever get a secured credit card. Chrissy says, thank you for what you do. I appreciate you, Chrissy. So Finding Me says, my friend took it and she said, it's amazing and that you are the truth. Thank you very much for the confidence, Finding Me. Once again, where's the, but I'm a, look at the comments. Look at it. You understand what I'm saying? Look at the comments. But I'm a scam artist. He's a scam artist. He's a scammer. He's a scammer because he doesn't talk like he's slow. And he's a scammer because how you get all that money and be successful? When you work hard at what you do, and you've been doing it for close to 20 years, that's how you become successful. I come from nothing. It is by the grace of Jehovah God that he has blessed me to finally find what I love to do, that I'm passionate about doing. That it could be 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, that I can do it and teach it. And people don't understand, well, he's a scammer, he's jealous. No, if you would have took as much time and energy and effort in learning how to run a successful business, you would not have failed as a trucker, and you wouldn't be doing dispatch out of your little 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. And I'm not talking about anybody that has a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Listen, I've been homeless. I've lived out of my car. I lived out of an extended stay hotel. I have been there. But guess what I did when I wasn't there? I wasn't shooting shots or shooting or trying to tear down somebody else that had my answer. And this is the thing. If Litl Dawg could have been a big boy and reached out to me, I could have helped him. But instead, he's going to be hurt. Not because I'm physically going to do anything to him, but because of the consequence of his action of defaming my character. All right, Montreal says you don't have Instagram. Well, Montreal, guess what? Instagram is free. It is free 99. All you have to do is create one. Follow the rules, and you'll get the results. If you don't follow the rules, you won't get the results. That's the reason. There's a reason why I have over 87,000 people that follow me on Instagram. I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you, there's a method to the madness. Yes, I give it to you for free, but there's a reason why I give it to you for free. Guys, you understand? Even swap ain't swindle, and fair exchange ain't robbery. Tell me what to screenshot again. So you're going to screenshot that you are subscribed to me. So go and subscribe. And once you subscribe, you hit the notification bell. And then you go to Instagram and then you follow me on Instagram, screenshot that you're following me on Instagram, and message me those, and then I'll send you the link so you can go ahead and get the course for free. Get the one of the free courses. Laugh out loud. Got you. Thank you so much for that, Montreal. Absolutely. Okay, so Carissa, you're going to start a YouTube channel. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to show the trucker life. I've been driving for 4 years now. Humble E.DeanCole. Absolutely. Focus. Yes. Yes. See, this is the thing. When somebody comes from nothing and you see them get their inheritance, or you see them get the blessing of God, you can't say, oh, they're bragging. No, this is God's doing, and it's marvelous in his eyes. Because you didn't see when I used to have missed meal cramps. You didn't see when I was subject to go to jail because I couldn't afford to pay child support. You didn't see when I was sleeping in my Pontiac. You didn't see when I was sleeping outside of hotels, acting like I was a member there, going into the hotel so I can wash myself. You didn't see that. And once again, I'm not a trucker sleeping in my sleeper. You didn't see all of that. What you do is you see the manifestation of God's blessing and his glory, and you want to try to pull it down because you don't understand and you don't know. And that's the reason why you can't pull it down. Because thing number one, this is God's doing. And thing number two, because I know my rights, and I'm not going to allow you to violate my rights just because you don't like me, because I teach economic empowerment through entrepreneurship to the African-American community, because that's all that I do. But I'm not going to kowtow, and I'm not going to step and fetch and be a Negro for you. I'm an unapologetically woke black God, Little Dawg. You will understand and address me as such, and you will understand and you will fear. You will understand the wrath of God. What God says, that he will strike down upon you with great vengeance and furious anger those who choose to poison my brothers. And you will know that my name is the Lord. Come on, somebody. What a lie at? What lie have I told? If you agree with me, I want you to say facts. Everybody say facts. And then I'm about to get ready to get up out of here because it's getting late. If everybody say facts, say facts. And I'm back at it. I'm back creating content again. Come on. Let me get one good facts. Absolutely. Let me get one good fact. So Cassidy says, God bless you, Mr. Cole. Facts. Thank you so much for that. Vanessa says facts. El Nicole says facts. All right. Chattown says facts. DL says facts. Montreal says, amen. Power is in the tongue. Absolutely. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Come on. Eric says facts. Jackie says facts. Absolutely. Shrimp says facts. Am I a PK? Nope, I'm not a PK. D Young says, what percentage of your personal credit affects your business credit? That's a very good question, D Young. 0%. You're able to build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. However, if you do want to do a personal guarantee, you want to make sure that you're at a 680 or higher. At 720, the world is yours. At 680, you can get funding. But if you want to build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit, it'll take you 90 days to do so, and you can do it. You're able to do it. If you follow the steps, you can be successful. All right, Vanessa says facts. Carissa says facts. Akeem says big facts. D Young says thank you. You're very welcome. All right, guys, please up the likes before ending. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. True Freeman says facts. Not sure what that is. All right, so we have 76 people watching live and 68 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. Thank you for the hate. I want everybody to hit the thumbs up button before we go. All right, guys, listen. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you have not yet met the person to help you be successful, you can meet them. If you don't know it and you don't have the character, you can develop it. Stay woke. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.